Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again today. Hope you're doing well. Today's a deep dive. I previewed it as something about the Italian wave cinema of the 60s and 70s that I was a canon I was so fond of for so many years, sort of doing a kind of an about face on me in my head. This is all from inside. This is not The Spectator. I'm like, deep in film theory in my head every day, and I certainly was at 17 when I was cramming all kinds of it into my brain because of this affection before, during, after my whole life for film and all of the neighborhoods of film. And like I said, film canons, film genres, film, nooks and crannies of all varieties that I know of, which is extensive. This, again, is this Italian wave of cinema, 60s and 70s, is Bertolucci, Luchino Visconti, and Pier Pasolini. Okay, so Pasolini is where I have the newfound issue with in this neighborhood of film that I used to adore. A good example is that one of Signore Pasolini's films, Teorema, used to be one of my top 5 favorite films. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm just putting it on the back burner for right now, working through my, again, newfound feelings for this canon of cinema. Yes, Teorema is an excellent film. Terence Stamp, falls to earth, as this kind of ethereal being that sort of helps purge this family of all of their neuroses, of all varieties, and then sort of disappears. And it's a beautiful film. All of these films of all of these directors in this milieu are all beautifully filmed. Okay, there's no question about it being good cinema, aesthetically, no question. But if you want to hear about fascist Italy, Signore Pasolini, go to the baths in Sicily and let Bertolucci do it with Il Conformista, okay? Because he got it. So you can kind of get where I'm going with this. There is a film that Signore Pasolini made in 1975. I'm not going to say the name of it because this is my bone of contention, this film, as a piece of this sort of argument that I'm making, or whatever you want to call it, point. And so I'm not going to name the film, I'm just going to call it that 1975 movie. Pasolini passed very soon after this film, under very typically questionable circumstances for the man, and, rest in peace, or whatever. So here's the deal with this film. I'm going to say the 1975 film. So Pasolini loses credit. See, I avoided seeing this film for years, okay? Teorema being one of my favorites. Death in Venice by Visconti, which I still sort of have neighborhood issues with in the same kind of direction. But Death in Venice is brilliant. It's starring Dirk Bogarde. Visconti is a genius. It is a brilliant film. And of course, they're all beautifully filmed. The 75 film is Pasolini's last piece, and it masquerades as political commentary. So now I know I'm going against the grain here, because see, shock value is not the problem for me. I can, there's stuff that I like that will curl your hair. I find, Satyricon, a grand comedy. I'm the only one laughing hysterically in the theater the whole time. That doesn't mean anything, but it just means that I can see sometimes a little bit deeper, or in deeper layers and from deeper directions or different directions cinematically. I'm not giving the 75 film the benefit of the doubt with anything, okay? Because I've seen it. I saw it, I don't know, a few months ago, first time. My intellectual soulmate, Dana from high school, warned me, I should have seen it, Dana. I should have seen it years ago. And I did, and now I'm very clear about how I feel about. Here, let me just put it directly for a moment. Signore Pasolini, prego, che cosa fai con tu film Salo? Cosa fai, hein? Tu parles français? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là avec ce film, avec votre pièce de résistance?